it's Old Mad Caroline. And guess what day it is? It is Monday, and it is January 11th, and that means this lady is 50 years old. Boom. I'm pretty pumped about it. I've never been one that really cared about growing old. Like, especially now, I'm looking forward to being a very healthy and active nana. So like I really don't mind growing old. I'm a lot like that Saturday Night Live skit. What was that name? Sherry O, is it Sherry O Matt? I forget what it is. I'll put the clip here of what I'm talking about.
Caroline. I'm proud to say that I'm 50 years old. I'm not one of those gals who's afraid to tell her real age, and I like to kick, stretch, and kick. I'm 50. 50 years old. 50 years old. Not afraid to hide my age.
All right, Golden.
50.
We hear you, honey. Fall in line with the rest of them. Go ahead.
50 years old.
That's right. Come here. What's your name?
But anyways, I always remembered that Saturday Night Live clip, and I couldn't wait to go. I'm 50 years old. So yeah, I'm excited. I'm 50 years old. I thought today might be a really fun day to do a tag that I was tagged on by Push Up Dad. If you guys haven't checked out Push Up Dad, go check out his channel. I love it. He is dedicated to doing 25 push-ups every day for 365 days, and he's doing an amazing job. And I think what I love about it is because I'm trying to do 50 push-ups a day. I do that when I fix in my bed. So it was cool finding somebody. So I'm very thankful to Risa Beesa for suggesting Push Up Dad. Plus he's really funny. And so is Risa. If you have not checked out her channel, she's got such a great sense of humor. Both of them have really good editing skills, and I just love them both. They both got great personalities. So go check out both of them. You will not be disappointed. And you guys, if you're content creators and you guys have some channels that put a smile on your face or motivate you or inspire you, share them. Like I was so glad that Risa shared Push Up Dad, because I wouldn't have found him if she wouldn't have shared it. So yeah, suggest people that make you happy. I would love to check them out. So anyway, he tagged me back on like December 17th, but you know me, my life is crazy and I haven't got a chance to do it. So I was like, hey, why not do this for my 50th birthday? So let's get to the fun tag, all right? So the first question is, what would you name your boat if you had one? I think I would name it, I would rather be on my motorcycle. I'm not a boat person, but I love my motorcycle. I'll put a picture right here. That's mine. And this one's Ted's. Yes. 2, what is the closest thing to real magic? I think Push Up Dad said exactly what I wanted to say. I think it's the human body. I think it's living things. The capability of this heart to just keep pounding and keep us alive with no source but itself is freaking amazing. And to be able to create life. And then as you start like digging into like Dr. Fung's book, Obesity Code, and he talks about how our body responds to certain foods, our body responds to exercise. That's magic. I just think it is a miracle, and that is definitely the closest thing to magic. All right, so number 3, what do you think will break the internet? People not being on it. I really do. Sometimes, I take a break from social media often. I think it's healthy, and I think that we can complain and get frustrated with what we're seeing on the internet, but we're the one going on there and giving them power to feed us. So what I'm saying is, I think what's going to break the internet is when people are like, hey, we don't need you, you need us, if that makes sense. So yeah, that's probably what's going to break the internet. I don't know if it's ever going to be broken. I love my YouTube, I love it. All right, so 4, what is the worst smelling place you have ever been? Oh my gosh, you guys. All right, my niece was getting married in Muskegon, Michigan, and I went up there to go look at venues with my sister, and we go to this venue, and it's like beautiful, and it's on the water, and when you go out on the balcony, it's looking over the water, and it's like, oh, this is so beautiful. This is definitely a contender. So we go check this place out. Go home, talk, discuss. My sister and brother-in-law are like, yeah, let's do it. Let's do this venue. So we make another appointment to go there, right? And we go there, you guys, and it stinks so bad. Like there's a paper mill right like next to it almost. And the first time we had went, the wind was blowing in the opposite direction. But when we went there that day, it was blowing right there. It just stunk so bad. And I was like, thank God we went back there again because they didn't even talk to you about that. Like, what if that stank would have been there during the wedding? That would have sucked. Your whole reception stinking. That would have stunk, literally. All right. What is the dumbest way you have ever been injured? All right. I think I was like about 33, okay? And my mom once in a while would come over and say, let's go to the casino for like an hour. I love it because we go there, we have a good time. I'm like so excited. And the thing is my laundry room's in the basement. I had washed a bunch of laundry. I had clothes folded in baskets and I hadn't carried them up yet because I fold them right out of the dryer. So she's like, let's go. Well, I needed a pair of socks. So I go running down the steps. Now, you guys, both of my children are still living at home and my husband. And they got into the habit of throwing their dirty clothes just down. They would just open the basement door and throw their dirty clothes, and then mom come pick up the dirty clothes and take them to the laundry room. We really needed a shoot. We really did. But anyway, so I'm all excited, so I start booking it downstairs to get a pair of socks, I didn't realize that there was a bunch of dirty clothes all balled up. I just didn't pay attention. I wipe out, break my freaking foot. Like, broke bad. It took forever to heal. It sucks so bad. I still feel that when I go on long runs. Like where the break was, it still aches there. But yeah, that's what happened. That's just, I think a pair of dirty underwear took Mad Caroline out on that day. Yeah. All right, so let's move to the next one. Which fictional character would be the most boring to meet in real life? I might have to say Snow White. I mean, like, really, Snow White seems really boring and like Miss Goody Two Shoes and perfect. I mean, the only thing she's got going for her, like all these guys that are hilarious around her. So yeah, definitely Snow White. I know Push Up Dad said Cinderella. She falls into that, but if we take away the seven dwarfs, right? If we take them away or whatever, how many number of dwarfs there are, like she really, would anybody want to hang out with her or hear her story? Probably not. No wonder that witch gave her that apple. Like, seriously. Was that Snow White? Or is that Sleeping Beauty? I don't know. The next question is, if you had to change your name, what would your new name be and why? I don't think I would change it just because I got too many names right now, you guys. So it's funny because I think I have shared with you guys, my whole family calls me Chew. That's my nickname. Nobody knows where it come from. My name is just Chew. It's Chew. Aunt Chew. Everybody calls me Chew. And then in school, as I was growing up in school, I kind of went by Carol. My mom hated it because she's like, I called you Caroline, but I kind of went by Carol. And then as I got into my adult life, I kind of switched over to being called Caroline when I went to work, and I had helped plant a church here in the Northwest Ohio. It's one of the mega churches, and I used to sing worship, and I did a lot of skits on stage, and I would go by Caroline. So what's funny is when I go into public now, if I hear somebody say, Caroline, I know it's probably from church or work or in my adult life. If I hear somebody say Choo Choo or Aunt Choo or Chew, I know it's family. And if I hear somebody say, hey, is that you, Carol? I know it's from one of the schools I went to in my life. So yeah, I got enough names. I'm pretty happy with what I got. So I don't think I'd change it, even if I could. I like Chew and Caroline, like a lot. All right, let's go on to the next. What is your biggest screw up in the kitchen? All right, so my mom is Hispanic. All right, so I don't know if this is a cultural thing. You guys let me know. But my mom and my grandma have always stored their pots and pans in the oven. And then when you're ready to bake something, you got to pull them out, put them on the counter, and then you throw in whatever you need to bake, right? So I remember one time I was in a rush, wanted to throw a roast in or something, and I'm taking out all the pans, but I'm in a rush. I got to get it in there before I leave. You know, I was going to let the roast cook all day and I'm at freaking work, you know. So I put the roast in and I leave. So I come back, you guys. The house smells just so stinky. It's smoky, but it's like plastic smelling smoke. It's horrible. I go in there and I'm like, what the heck is going on? Is my oven going bad? You know, is there a fire? So I walk in and I open it up, and you guys, you know, the little tiny saucepans you have, it was pushed way in the back, way in the back. I didn't get it out. I didn't notice. It got so hot in there, everything just melted, ruined my freaking oven. Yeah, so needless to say, I do not store pans in the oven no more. I do think I have a cookie sheet in there that I leave in there. Most of that is because, like, I want to make sure if Ted makes pizza, he sticks it on the freaking cookie sheet. Do you know what I mean? Because sometimes he'll put it just on the rack, and then I got to clean my whole oven. But anyways, we won't go into Ted's mishaps. We'll stop here. That's a whole video in of itself. So anyway, to question 9. What incredibly common thing have you never done? Geez. I think I'm gonna say I have never watched Tiger King. I don't know. That's like the most recent thing I think everybody's binged on. Well, not so recent. It happened quarantine time, but yeah, I've never watched it, and I still have no desire to watch it. So yeah, and I'm not going to watch it. I'm making a stand. Yes. All right. And then the last question is, what is your worst haircut experience? All right, you guys. I have never been one to really give a crap about my hair. I color my own hair. I'm a box colorer. But as far as haircuts, like, I've always been like, I would grow my hair long and then I'll cut it super short. And all through my life, I mean, I've had, you know, bleach blonde hair, pixie cuts, all sorts. And like last year, I went and shaved the side of the hair, right? It's hard to keep up on. Like, I went and had it professionally done, but then I was kind of keeping up on it. And then it's like, I realized my hair grows so fast, it's ridiculous. So it's so hard to keep a short haircut. But anyways, okay. So a lot of times I would like grow my hair long and then I'm like, I'm gonna go in there and get super short hair, you know. This one time, I remember I took the kids to the Bowling Green Mall. My son wanted to go to the arcade, and my daughter wanted to go to pop culture kind of record store. So I'm like, yeah, I'll take you guys there so you can go check it out. And hey, maybe I'll just go get my hair cut because, like, Supercuts, or it was something like a Fiesta. I think it was Fiesta. Do Fiesta still exist? So, anyways, I like walking in. I had long hair at that time. So I'm like, I'm gonna get a pixie cut. I'm gonna get it all chopped up and get a pixie cut. And I, like I said, I never really worried about it because, like, even with my bad haircuts, I'd come home, put, you know, product in it and do something funky with it, and it grows fast. I never really worried about it. So I go in and I tell, I want this pixie cut. Get the book out. Oh, this is cute. Can you do this? Yeah, I can. Oh my gosh, you guys! I have never ever, like, it was the worst. Like, this was the first time I was embarrassed to walk in public. Like, I was like, oh my goodness. So I see what she does, and I'm just like, oh my gosh, like, I need to get home and see if there's anything I can do as far as styling it. So I leave there. I'm like feeling like I may cry, you know. So I go in there, a store where Kayla's at, my daughter, and say, Kayla, we gotta go. And she just looks at me and she goes, oh, okay. Don't even like say, can you buy these? She just leaves the stuff there, and like she knew this was serious. So we go walking out, and I'm like, we're walking through the mall. I feel like everybody's looking at me like, look at that ugly lady, you know. And we go into the arcade, and my son's like so into it. You can tell he's gotten to so many levels on just one quarter, and he's like really pumped. And I go, Ted, we gotta go. We gotta go. And my son's just still looking at the screen. He's like, Mom, just let me get through. Like, just let me get through this. And Kayla goes, Ted, look at Mom. We've got to go. And all of a sudden, he just looks. let's go of it. And he's just like, oh, Mom. So we get in the car. I'm crying when we get in the car. I'm crying. They're like, you'll figure it out. You'll figure it out. And then I get home and Ted's working outside doing some yard work. Like, as soon as the kids got out of the car, they haul butt because they could see their dad was out in the backyard. They haul butt saying, Mom needs you, you know. He comes walking up the side of the yard and he's like, oh, honey. Oh, you're still beautiful. And I'm like, whatever. I couldn't even like do anything, you guys, when I got home to make it look okay. Like, and that's when I started wearing hats a lot. I was wearing fedoras. I was wearing raspberry berets. I was wearing lots of hats until my hair grew out. But I'm very thankful I have very quick growing hair. But yeah, that's it. Sorry if I went on too long. So that's it, you guys. That's the 10 questions. Thank you, Push Up Dad, for tagging me in that. I think I'm going to tag Snaking with Sara. I love Sara. Go check her out. She does fasting, like snake diet fasting. But right now she's dabbling in keto and being very successful. I just love her because she makes a plan and she sticks with it. So if you want motivation of somebody who follows through, she's the channel for you. So go check out Snaking with Sara, and she's a very, very good friend to me. And I also want to tag Blessed in the Field. She was actually doing OMAD with another one of my girlfriends over in the UK, Sandra, and I haven't seen her upload, so hopefully you're doing great, Blessed in the Field. I'm going to tag you on this too. I'm going to stick everybody who I mentioned in my description box so you can go check them out because they're pretty awesome people. This world is just full of amazing people, and I think we're just so blessed. I know that social media and the internet can sometimes be frustrating, but also it's a blessing to meet people that you probably would never be able to run into and meet without it. So yeah, I'm very thankful for that. Yeah, so it's my 50th on the 16th. I am running my first half marathon, so I'm really pumped about that. Getting really excited and looking forward to a few days of vacation with the hubs to celebrate the 50. Plus, my son is coming to see me for one of those days, and I love that too. My daughter, son-in-law, and my grandson's coming over. I'm making spaghetti, and I want chocolate cake. Yes. All right, you guys. Wish me luck on my half marathon, and I will talk to you later. Bye.
That day, for no particular reason, I decided to go for a little run.
President Carter, suffering from heat exhaustion,